Okay, so today's date is the 12th of April, and I'm just giving you a quick tour of the machine as requested. So here's this capsule machine here. As you can see, the bobbin, the lid bobbin gets fed down here, and the holes get cut out the right size, sort of stamps it down here, and it cuts out the right size and seals it onto the capsule. This is a tamping device here. This tamping device, it sucks off any extra coffee on the rim of the capsule, and also pushes down, well, tamps, just like a barista, tamps the coffee down to a correct density inside the actual capsule. What else have we got? We also have this, which we've never actually used, which is a flavor adding device. I've never used it, so I'm not entirely sure how it works, but I know that it does work. When we turned it on once just to see, works just fine, but I really haven't used it, so I wouldn't be able to tell you too much about that, unfortunately. Around here, so I've just turned on the machine, so you can see this is like the home screen here. If you click on operating, you can see the different parameters. So you have the weight that you want to put in each one. I've got it at 6. Usually you have it at 5.5. You can reset the output to 0 by pressing and holding the output button. It's already at 0, so nothing's going to happen. You can say the counting stop here. I don't know if you can see that. You can set how many. If you want it to stop at, say, 5,000 capsules or 10,000 capsules, you can set that at 10,000 or 5,000 or whatever, and the machine will stop once that limit is reached. You have the speed here, which allows you to change the speed of the machine. So 35 is the minimum, 55 is the max. That's the number of capsules per minute. The encoder, we don't have anything, we don't use that very often, or at all in fact. And then here are the different things. So if you want to do things separately, none of this will work because I don't have the air compressor on, otherwise you wouldn't be able to hear me. And so this is all done with air operation. So it gives you a little warning down here because there's no air pressure, or it's a low air pressure, which is to be expected because there's no air compressor running. So yeah, you have your feeding cup, you have the filling, vibrating, cup out, vacuum feeding, cutting the film, conveying film, stirring, tamping, heat sealing another one, and cleaning the hopper. Once you set this at auto, all of these will come on, except for this heat seal and this clean hopper. This, I think, is an extra heat seal that I don't know. It's not supposed to be there, I think, or it's some other. If you have a secondary heat sealing device, you can use that heat sealing device there. And clean hopper you only use when you're actually cleaning out that hopper there that's now turning around. Obviously, nothing's actually happening because there's no air, so it's making funny noises. To stop it, you hit the stop button. If you want to do manual, for example, you just want to do, I don't know, you just want to feed the cup, you'll press that button and click run, and it'll start doing the thing. But obviously, since again there's no air, it won't be running right now. The nitrogen generator, you've got an air freezer here, and that basically sort of dries out the air so that you don't get moist air into your nitrogen generation machines. These things also, they also just filter out the water, any excess water. So halfway through, you're always recommended to open these up to allow the water to drip out the bottom here. So every an hour or so, you just open this valve really quick and then shut it again, and then you just make sure that the air that you're using is nice and dry. You have a nitrogen air storage tank here, and you have the two nitrogen, basically these two towers do all the work. The sort of air oscillates between these two towers, and it takes out the oxygen and carbon dioxide and everything and just gives you pure nitrogen. The indicators for the level of purity is over here. So this should be around 98%, 99% when you're done, which is pretty good. This over here is the air tank. It's just very big, so you keep a steady pressure throughout the entire system. So this here, it's set, like the air compressor set that it should oscillate between 0.6 and 0.8 megapascals, I think, MPAs. So it won't go lower than 0.6 and it won't go higher than 0.8. You shouldn't operate the machine before it reaches at least 0.6. Which is about 6,000 pascals, right? So it's just a way of sort of keeping the machine at a steady rate, and it's that size because it makes it a lot more steady. Over here you have your air compressor. It's a really nice one, I have to say. Jaguar does it nicely. I'm just going to open it up here for you. Just got a bit of padding, rather unnecessary because it's a very quiet machine actually. Just open it here. Always have it flicked off like that. Yes, it's all in Chinese, but frankly, all you have to do is hit the on button and then later the off button, and that's it. It's already set to the correct settings. So if I hit here now on, it just turns on, and that's it. And it's starting to fill up you turn it off here. You just hit it once, you wait a little bit, and it'll turn itself off. So give it a sec. 3, 2, 1, off. All right, so it does a little countdown for you. And then, and then I always just have this off just in case. There's no real reason for it, but I just have it off just so that it's not consuming electricity. And that's it, basically. Oh, right, you wanted to see the capsules. So the capsules themselves, they come in boxes like this. So this is a box that I've opened. You can see this is these are the capsules that we use. These look plastic, but they're actually made of a corn substrate. So they're fully compostable. I'll give you the name of the company that makes these. They are relatively quick. You just got to sort of manage your inventory. Once you're down to your last 4 or 5 boxes, or last 3 boxes or something, then you can, order a new one. Each of these boxes has 2,500 capsules inside them. So these are the remaining boxes that I've got here. I'll do the math for you there in a bit. And these are the bobbins. These are the lids. So these are the lid rolls. Again, this is a different company to this one, but I'll again happily pass you on the contact for them if you want to keep using these guys. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 19 or so. These do about 10,000 capsules each, so there's a lot of capsules to be made with this this amount of bobbins. I think you've still got another 220,000 or 200,000 capsules that you can make with these lids alone. I think there's a lot. You'll sort of see the consumption yourself, but there's a lot. You can do a lot of capsules with that. And that's pretty much it. I've got some spare parts here, which of course I'll pass on to you, and maintenance and stuff. If you have a guy who knows how to use moving parts, any sort of it's just basically greasing things. It's really not that complicated. You just got to make sure that you're greasing the gears and making sure that it's clean. Cleanliness is the most important thing here. You've got to make sure that the machine, especially this bit here, that it's very, very clean and there's no coffee in it, so that you don't get any coffee grit on the rim of the capsule, which it doesn't do anything, it just looks ugly. That's basically it. Happy to give you any more information if you need. Here for a call or whatever you feel like, let me know. Cheers.